Video archive 26. Snow long. Trade duration 4 trading days. Entry 163.70. Exit 181 and 70 cents. 11% gain. This is my trading charted. All right. This is the snow chart. As you can see, price has been in this channel here. This fib in the back right here, which I'm going to turn up, is drawn in from the high of the IPO down to the all-time low. As you can see, this has tended to be a good entry point. On this one specifically, where it breaks out of the channel, you see it hold the 236. So that intense reaction after holding the 236 is a very positive sign. Then it gets back into the channel. That's part of why I entered there. I'll pull up the RSI right here, and you can see trying to remember what I was looking at right here. You see that low and that low holding the 236 and staying putting in a higher low than this previous low here. And then on the RSI, we're farther down. Another thing I was looking at when I entered. We're going to zoom into this now. Go to the 4-hour. Oops. I'm going to turn on after hours because this trade, I closed it in after hours. Earnings. They reported earnings. Here's the earnings. Oops. As you can see, as they reported it, they got this, there's this intense volatility spike and run up to 184.90, 184.40-ish. I exited at 181.70. Let's see here. You can see on the 4-hour, there's another little, look at that. I like to look at that. Let's see, let's turn on the 200 period moving average. You can see right here, holds that macro 236, re-enters the channel, holds the center line here, puts in heavy divergence right here, and then takes back the 200. And then at this touch of the center line, this is where I entered. You see that same thing from here. Hold the center line and divergence. And then that's into the close right there. And you get that big spike. I sold my position for a couple of reasons. I'm going to drop a horizontal line in here on a larger time frame, and let's explore my exit level. Now it got extremely volatile suddenly. I mean, you can see it's just a wick. I'll make this line bigger. We're going to look at that in 1 second. Let me just zoom in here. I just want to point this out. You can see it happened. That's 1 15-minute candle. So let's see, 5 minutes. Oh my God. So it happened in each candle's 3 minutes. Oh my God. It happened in, call it 6 minutes. So luckily I was watching in that 6-minute period. I was looking at the charts. I had my Schwab app open. So that's brilliant. All right. Let's look at that horizontal line and explore my exit there. So basically just because that influx of volatility came in and it's an earnings trade, that was why I exited so quickly. And you can see this horizontal level is clearly significant. Top of this, it's ceiling, a little bit of support. Right here, it gapped down when it finally broke through it. Support here. Broke through it with velocity there. Danced around here before having an intense fall and right here, basically. So clearly a significant level. It also happens to be basically the center line of the channel, which so often things just slow down at the center line for whatever reason. The halfway point has significance. And then there's something else. I guess, yeah, you can see this macro fib. It's the 0.5, 189. So it didn't quite make it there, but you know, it got close. Oh yeah, and then there's this gap. I'm gonna go back to regular trading hours, and there's this clear, obvious, giant gap on the chart. Yeah, I'm on the daily here. Gap on the chart. Is it on the 2-day? Yep, 3-day. No, okay. So we got this giant gap. Everyone's looking at that technical entity. We came up to 184, I believe. So right there, which is the tops. You can see that's basically where the bodies of these two candles are. There's a little bit of volatility into it, but so it's kind of in the gap right there. So as we approach the gap from the bottom, I tend to take profits because there tends to be resistance and a slowdown in momentum or velocity of increase at these areas. And if it's going to fill it, then it'll fill it, or it'll come and test for some support, maybe something like that. Oops, back along here. I don't know. Anyway, that's speculation. That pretty much covers my snow trade. I like this chart a lot. Go to the weekly real quick. Get rid of some of these lines on here. But I want to point out just the you can measure the elasticity of this chart. It's a beautiful chart in a sense. See if I can remember exactly what I was talking about. I think it's something. Oh no, I've missed out the. So you measure the range of that before it breaks down out of the golden pocket, and it's that same distance, which I find interesting because that makes like that kind of the middle, or the, I mean, the, I don't know what you'd call it, the rotation point, the point of symmetry, maybe. I'm not sure, but I just find that interesting because then when it did fully, once price fully expressed this range here, once it broke through this, what was previously the all-time lows or support there, it expressed that full distance, and then it came back up to test it, which that's cool because that's 100%. 100%.